Hi y'all, I am back, Ashira Star Goddess, and I'm going to teach you or show you a spell. A love spell and also a baneful spell. They are the same spell except your intention is what determines if it's baneful or for love. I will be right back in 1 second. So I had to go gather my supply so I could show you this spell. Okay, Valentine's Day is coming up. Okay, now before any of the trolls start in the comments about love spells and bindings and all that kind of stuff, I already know how you feel. So skip to the next video. Okay, so for y'all who are into it, first you're gonna need an egg. It doesn't have to be brown. Any egg will do. Then you're going to need some cinnamon and sugar. I mixed it up already, so this is my mixture that I always have on hand for my spell work. Then you're going to need a candle. Okay, now if you have just candles on hand, I would get a black candle if you want this to be a baneful spell, like to break people up, to make them leave you alone, to make them, you know, argue and have bad feelings towards each other. You're gonna need the black candle. If this is gonna be for love, you need the red candle, or you can just use white candle. Don't matter. Okay. So the egg is to hold the intention, okay, because it's liquid and it is it has lots of things in there chemically, like sulfur and all that kind of good stuff. So you're gonna feel the intention that you want to be in the spell. So if you're going to do a love spell, you're going to feel love. You're going to meditate with this egg and push all of your loving energy into it, your lust, your passion, all that, whatever you're going to do this spell for. You sit there and meditate with this egg for a while and you push as much energy into this egg as you possibly can, okay, until you get tired. Like, remember how I said if your will is stronger than the other person's will or anyone else's will, you know, for this man or this woman, yours is going to overpower it. So if you take a long time and build up all that will and love and, you know, how much you want this, and meditate on it with this egg, okay, it might take hours, it might take minutes, who knows. But if someone else has him, or if he's not, you know, in your life, and the longer you stay in meditation, pushing your energy and intent into this egg, the better, okay? So remember, you're going to have access to this person, okay? Personal access, okay, for this to work. You can't do this on a long distance spell. So I'm sorry, y'all have to be in contact. So now that you have all the intention in this egg, you're going to leave it, don't leave it out overnight because you're going to cook with this, okay? So you're going to make a cake, okay? Now if you're doing this for a baneful reason, put all your negative energy, mad, whatever, anger into the egg, okay? Then if you're doing the love spell, you're going to take the cinnamon and you're going to also meditate with the cinnamon, putting your intention into it, blah, 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 blah. So you're going to make your cake. You can use box cake if you want. If you're not like a from scratch person, use a box cake. And when it calls for your eggs, sometimes they say 3 eggs, 2 eggs. You can do this with more than 1 egg. The more eggs you use, the stronger your intention is going to be. So you take 3 eggs, however many the box say use. Take 3 eggs, 2 eggs, whatever, and do the meditation and put the intention into it. Put your mix in the bowl, break your eggs, add your oil. You can do the same thing with the oil too, y'all. If you're doing it for love, mix the cinnamon and the oil together, meditate with the oil, putting your intention in the oil. The water that you're adding to the cake, do the same thing. You know, you can put all the items on your altar and meditate with that, all the ingredients. And once your intention is pushed into the liquid, into the oil, into the egg, then you're going to mix all your ingredients in the kitchen. putting your intention into that mix. And every time you stir, like if you want love, stir to the right. This is, you know, clockwise, and it's positive. And at each stir, you know, put in what you want. Say, love, you're going to love me, da 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 da. This spell is for love, for lust, for you to hunger for me like you hunger for this cake or whatever. Make it up, y'all. Make it creative. Make a poem out of it. I don't care, but say what you want. Now, if it's for baneful magic, if you want these, if you're going to give this cake to someone to break up with their girlfriend or boyfriend, or for them to leave you alone, or for them to, you know, just have bad luck, like you don't, like you secretly don't like this person, and that's a frenemy, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna get you because I heard you talking about me. Okay, so you take all the items like the egg and the cinnamon and all that stuff, and you charge it negatively. Okay, and I wouldn't even recommend using the sugar and cinnamon in a baneful spell because it doesn't really have a place. So just skip the cinnamon in the baneful spell. Just use your eggs, the oil, and the water to put your negative vibrations and negative energy in and intentions in and all that stuff. Make your cake, but this time you're going to stir counterclockwise, okay, because this is negative. You're going to go counterclockwise and put your curse or your hex or whatever into this and into this cake, right? Now, some people prefer to make it a devil's food cake for the baneful magic. And then for the love spell, they either do red velvet or just like a white cake, whatever. Okay, so yes, I'm going to eat this later, y'all. Not both pieces, but I will be eating it because I have my cake and I eat it too. So yes, you bake the cake, and if you're going to put icing on it, or if you're going to make a drizzle icing or whatever, do the same thing with the icing. You know, melt the butter, put the put the intention into the butter and the sugar and all of that. And when you're drizzling it on the cake, drizzle it counterclockwise for baneful and clockwise for love, or, you know, good luck or whatever. This cake is good. And then when you give it to the person, you know, if it's for baneful, hand it with your left hand. If it's for love or good luck or, you know, good fortune, hand it with your right hand. And give it to them as a gift. You know, it could be like a potluck, a housewarming, a hostess gift. You know, bring it to you in the office. It could even be a cupcake, y'all, because some people are wary of people giving out cakes and baked goods. They're like, what you put in there? A cupcake, you know. Just make cupcakes. Everybody loves cupcakes. They're not going to think anything about cupcakes, right? So you can use this for cupcakes as well, which I suggest if you're giving it to someone like in your office or just a friend or something like that. It's like, oh girl, I made cupcakes, or oh yeah, I made cupcakes. Does anybody want one? You know, like you're in the break room, you got a crush on your boss or your coworker. And you're like, oh yeah, I made cupcakes. You want one? Or like if you have a crush on a guy, or you like a guy and he's not really into you, but you see him quite often. I don't know where you see him at, but you know, just bring cupcakes for the other people and then offer him one. Okay, so I hope that you guys like this spell. I think it's a good spell. I use it when I cook for like events, like family events. I put love into it. I put closeness. I put peace, you know, into the intentions of my products. I put all of that in there when I'm cooking for family. Okay. So that can also bring you closer together. Like it also, if you're married, you know, if you're married, you can do the same thing if you want your relationship to be closer and more loving and blah, 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 blah. Do this and, you know, serve your husband or spouse, wife, girlfriend, like if you're not married, boyfriend, your cake with your intention in it. And things will start to change, you know, with each bite. You know, that's a chemical reaction to your intention, and the vibrations will merge, and you'll see a change in the mood. You'll see a lot of things that are changing. So if you do this with every meal that you prepare, like with the ingredients, some of the ingredients that you can, you know, charge, I suggest doing this every day until your marriage or your relationship gets to where you want it to be. Okay. Sometimes we bind people and it works that way. Sometimes we don't believe in binding people. Sometimes we believe in, you know, just putting positive intention into the situation or the food. So if you're against binding, this is another good way to kind of sweeten them up to you. So keep that in mind. I like to do both because I like both ends of the spectrum, you know, covered. I don't want, you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda later on. I'm just going to do everything now. So, yes. So bon appetit, y'all. And enjoy cooking, baking, and, you know, having fun, putting your intention into the ingredients and in the egg. Okay, also, the egg can also be used in spell work if you're not gonna bake. Like, say you put all your bad intentions in the egg, right? And you're gonna do a spell, and you're like, okay, you're gonna do a jar spell or a bottle spell or something to wreak havoc on this person's life. You break that egg into that bottle or that jar over all of the, like, their name and their personal item that you found from them and your written out intention. You break this nastiness and ickiness and bad intention and bad luck and hex all over the jar. Inside, you're gonna put it inside the jar, and then you put the lid on the jar and you shake it with your left hand, and you put your intention into that, and you leave that up there if you want, you know, bad stuff to happen. And you do the same thing for a good luck spell. You know, you put all your good intention into this. You feel prosperity. You know, you meditate and think about how you're gonna feel when you get like money and what you're gonna spend it on. And then you do a money jar. You know, you put your pyrite in there, put your basil, your mint, you put your you know, whatever other ingredients you choose, and then you take this egg with all your good prosperity influence and vibrations and positive energy, and you break that up over the jar, and you put your intention in there, and you seal the jar, and you shake it with the right hand. Okay, and best day to do that spell on, a money spell, is Thursday. Okay, love spells are good for Friday. Baneful spells are good for Tuesday or Saturday, y'all. Okay, so FYI, I'm just letting everyone know. You know, everyone has their own path. There's no need to judge, and let's just all do what we need to do. Okay, thank y'all so much for watching. If y'all like this spell, if y'all have anything to add to this spell, like it's something that will make it just even more spectacular, go ahead and put in the comments. I don't mind y'all adding stuff to it, because I encourage people to change things around for their own benefit. I encourage people to add things or take things out that they don't see necessary. I encourage you to personalize anything that I, you know, say is a spell that I use. I encourage you to personalize it and do your own thing. That way you don't have to ask me, is this right? Is that right? If it's right to you, it is right. Okay, so I'll see y'all later. Thank you. Bye.